Welcome to my workplace at Ranaghat, West Bengal, India. This is a cataract with grade 3 nuclear sclerosis. Let us observe this surgery. The ocular surface is thoroughly irrigated with BSS. Now, this is the main incision with a 2.8 millimeter steel keratom at mid limbus. This is a side port on the right side of the main incision, about 3 clock hours away, and this is another side port on the left side of the main incision, about 2.5 clock hours away. An air bubble is injected. Beneath this air bubble, trypan blue dye is applied over all parts of the anterior capsule. Now this is a bit of adrenaline. Now the dye is washed out using BSS. The dye is washed out. You can see that in few seconds, about 6 or 7 seconds, the staining is quite good. Now this is 2% HPMC filling off the anterior chamber. And now the HPMC is applied over the cornea. This improves visibility. And now see a rhexis with Utrata forceps. Utrata forceps goes in, scratch and raise a tag, hold the tag, and I'm going anti-clockwise. All the time the anterior lip of the main wound is lifted up, and the rhexis is completed. This is a real-time video. And now hydro dissection. The BSS is passed just under the anterior capsular rim, and the nucleus is mobilized. Some more visco, and now is the time to introduce the handpiece. The Phaco needle goes into the anterior chamber with its bevel down, with its bevel towards the lens mass. Some superficial cortical lens matter is removed. And now the nucleus is rotated again clockwise as well as anti-clockwise. And now this is direct chop. The tip is buried into the substance of the nucleus. The nucleus is held very firmly and it is chopped. The nucleus is rotated 90 degree, and this is another chop. Rotated another 90 degree, and along the initial crack the two heminuclei are separated. This is another chop on the other heminucleus. And now each nuclear fragment is emulsified with ultrasonic energy, which is 65% in this case. We are using Otley Cataract 3 Phaco machine from Switzerland. Vacuum used is 450 millimeter of mercury, and aspiration flow rate is 45 ml per minute. We are towards the end of the nuclear emulsification. This is the last nuclear piece. At this time, if necessary, we can decrease the vacuum and safely emulsify the last nuclear piece. And now we have to remove the cortex. In this case, I am using Simcoe cannula to remove the cortex. Little bit of visco has been injected. It maintains the anterior chamber for some time while we work through the main incision. And now most of the cortex is already removed. This is a speck of cortex at 5 o'clock. Now I go through the right side port and remove the subincisional cortex. The small speck of cortex at 5 o'clock is now removed. Yes, it is done. The posterior capsule is clean. There is no cells sticking to the posterior capsule. So an intraocular lens is now implanted. The antechamber is kept formed by the irrigating probe, and the irrigating probe places the trailing haptic in the capsular bag. Now the lens is in the capsular bag, and now a bit of moxie is injected into the anterior chamber, and then the two side ports are closed. Corneal stroma on either side of these stab wounds are hydrated. The lips of the wound become thick and these wounds get closed. This is the final lavage of the anterior chamber. At this time, any visco sticking to the posterior surface of the cornea, that is on the corneal endothelium, is removed. After a thorough lavage, the antechamber is formed in this way. The integrity of the wounds are checked. There should not be any leakage from any side, and then the case is concluded. Thank you very much for your attention. Hope this video will help you in developing your surgical skills. Be a great surgeon and serve your patients with love, respect, empathy, and great surgical competence.